Welcome back, everybody. We have trash cans with proper contractor bags. So we dug down here, and the wires coming into the back of that box come straight by a conduit out of the ground. Everything else is in the concrete. Wire for this light here going that way, and the one for the other light is completely buried. Comes out the wrong side of the box for going over there, and there's some extra single conductor by itself here off to the side, not entered properly. Don't know what happened to the original one, because it's not continuous with that anymore. This is a different gauge wire than what winds up over there, so we might as well pretty much redo the thing. We need to cut this out a little larger and put in a nicer, deeper, wider box. Still a single space, but get as much room in there as we can. Of course, this one is all rusty and useless. And we have to take out this piece of sidewalk where they ran the main power again anyway, because we're going to run the refrigerant lines and wiring for the heat pump through here. We might as well just cut it neatly across there, run all this stuff through, run 4 new conductors for feeding this, run it into the building here, and just run around the dome over to that switch by the door. So with a nice new deep box, we can run 3 conduits out the back of it, and with this light here we can just cut this and reattach to it with something new that isn't going to rot, and not be too worried about this last little section here. We'll go ahead and use UF cable for that again, so it's good even if there's not a conduit on it. And then to get over there, I think we will drill through right here to get into our cavity and get into the back of the box, and I'll carve out with the 7-inch grinder a little slot right there, because from there on there's a pretty nice slot to slip a UF cable into. We'll carve that down as deep as we can get it, and then get some crack filler to make that nice. Bring it all the way over here. We'll take some of these blocks out and dig this up a bit. And for this light location, once we're down below the ground a bit, we'll drill straight in and then drill straight down. Just have that little bit of fishing to do. A little bit of work, and then everything will be grounded and new, and we won't waste any time trying to fish anything in that old conduit or anything. And thank you, Mr. Helpful YouTube Comment Guy. Yeah, it's been on my list for a long time. They sure are cheap now. There you go, you clip that guy to the wire you want to find, and then find the beep. And it can be difficult to get the wires separated enough to identify the exact conductor you're after, but yeah, it'll save some time in the initial tracing. Just sometimes kind of get out the continuity anyway to get precision if you're going to actually attach something to those wires. And this one has kind of a nice little case with all these other attachments that I'll hardly ever use. I wish you could leave the clips on there and put it in the case, but no. There's some original foil. And again, here is where we're going to bring in all those refrigerant lines and the wiring for the new heat pump. now we can improve this insulation. There's the original stuff that came adhered to the triangles. About an inch of fiberglass there. That's fairly nice foil.
Yeah.
Alright, these wires aren't getting any freer, so I'm going to remove this small triangle here using the flush cut saw against the bookcase here, shielded with a drywall knife. And it won't quite reach. And you find a longer blade. Right, let's see if we can get one more job out of the one with the burnt out motor. It's much shorter here. Let's see. Oh! Why is that not better? I think we can just do it, maybe. It's not its fault that it has a burnt out motor. Video coming soon. I seriously abused it. It cuts halfway through the plywood. Let's get silly. The problem is getting this thing started. It's all trapped in here. And there's our wires. Moving. Okay. Now hopefully we can fish a new one with this one. It budged. Now hopefully this one will move freely enough to be able to fish a new one in. Oh. Sorta, maybe. Alright, let's replace that hole that those guys screwed for us. Man, all day I'm relying on this tool with the burnt up motor. Smells like hot motor in here. I was supposed to fix this thing last year. Time to replace some of this crappy plastic with the new drop cloth. Luxury. Hey Ed.
Hey, what?
Come up here and feed this.
Okay.
There it is. We're going to be replacing these original electric boxes in the exterior walls. One, they are small and difficult to wire in, But more importantly, we are very concerned about the vapor barrier here. Now, a good vapor barrier is always important, but in this case, we have a rubber roof on the entire exterior of this building, so it will not breathe. So we absolutely cannot let vapor into this wall. So we have these vapor tight boxes. They're plastic and they're larger, easier to work in, and they're sealed. Got these foam gasket things on the back, and it doesn't have all the usual careless slots and holes around the box. And it's got this gasket on the front for your vapor barrier to press against. These are 3 1/4 inches deep in our 3 1/2 inch wall, so it would be nearly impossible to get our Roxol insulation back there properly, so I'm going to use some of this nice foam from packaging. I'll cut that to fit. That will ensure a thermal break behind the box. And sometimes, if you want straight holes with proper clearance from the face of your framing, you've got to assemble your drilling apparatus within the wall. Let's not run it through that pipe. And then I'll finish up with old Bernie here. You're getting a motor before next week, I promise. So, in the interest of not destroying the past, I'm just going to make enough clearance to put our new box in here. This is the line that used to power this circuit. It's not going to anymore, as this is not even a continuous conduit. It just goes under the floor. There's no way we could fish anything through it, and we wouldn't want to, because this stuff is horribly corroded down there, as it does. Just pull that out of the way, and then I'll short these, just in case some idiot was ever to energize them. It would trip the breaker immediately, although we'll do plenty to prevent that at the other end. There, now we've got our power that's going to come up this way with all of our refrigerant lines and such when we cut that in half. Got the new fan wire in place. Come over here, power comes in there, goes out to that other receptacle and up to the fan switch. I've got the wall vacuumed out, and we can insulate. And there is one insulated wall, except for this space. So I noticed it was a little drafty around this pipe, and I'm going gonna seal this up when I open up a new can of foam in the morning. Looks like the sun has gotten low again, so I'm gonna pack it up. And if you'd like to donate to our project, you can do so at fullerdomehome.com. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.